Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock. Happy Thursday to you all. I'm sure you guys are getting prepared for the new year to come in. So I just wanted to stop in really quickly. I have a few meetings, so I can't be long, but I just wanted to come on to encourage someone before the new year come in. More so less about fear. Because, I'm sorry guys, because fear is truly designed to keep us back from our blessings. And the thing about fear is, if you're not confident within yourself, like if you really haven't worked on your confidence level, then you will be fearful to try to, reach out to do a lot of things that the Spirit is leading you to do. So that's why it's so important to tap into your purpose, into your calling, and start working on self. Again, many times in our community, we're so busy taking care of everybody else, and I'm raising my own hand. We're so busy taking care of everybody else that self go lacking. So this coming year, I just pray that you guys learn to stop pouring from an empty cup. I've taken a whole year to really invest in myself and to teach and train myself not to pour from an empty cup. And it is so difficult when that's all you've known, or you have always been a giver or want to take care of everybody else all of your life. So it has to be intentional. You have to work on saying no. You have to work on, setting schedule and sticking to it. You have to know that when you go off course, that's okay. Just catch it and get back on. But it's so important that we take the time to work on self, that we're building our confidence and doing something for self. Even those of you who have children, because naturally, a mother, I'm not a mother, but I know naturally a mother, you give everything to your children, and by all means, that's wonderful. But what happens when those children grow up? What happens when they go off to college? What happens when they turn 15 and they want nothing to do with you because they're with their friends all the time? I'm dealing with that now with my 16-year-old niece. Like, I'm so used to her. She only wanted me for the longest, and once she turned a certain age, it's just I can't even get a call back. And it's wow. Then you think about it and you think to yourself, you know what? I gave them wings, or help build their wings, I should say. So now you got to let them fly. But the point of the matter is, what happens when that time comes? Then you're stuck in your head, who am I? You may have given yourself to your spouse, and it's okay, serving is beautiful, but what happens when that season comes to an end? You're stuck. You're who am I? You don't even know who you are. So it's important to try to incorporate, getting yourself together, starting your business, walking to your gift, your calling, and your purpose while you're still, serving others. Just don't put yourself last, because if you fall, everybody fall. So it's really about being intentional to really keep your cup full. That way, you can have a cup that's overflowing and everybody else is catching that, including your loved ones. So you have to start putting things into perspective. And I know that there are some things you just can't walk away from. You may have an ailing parent, or there's so many things that you may not be able to walk away from, but it's more about putting things into perspective and learning, structure and balance and discipline, but making sure that you are applying self-care. Because once you get your confidence level where it needs to be, you're going to be confident. So things that the Spirit, God, may be asking you to do, you can do it. That's not to say you won't be fearful, because, child, I'm one fearless chick, right? I'm very shy. People don't realize that because they always hear me speak, but I'm very shy in many situations. However, anytime God tells me to do something, I don't care how it is, how big it is, I do it, because I know it's not about me. There's something on the other side that somebody needs, that blessing, that word. And if you're not obedient and something happens, that blood is on you. So it's so important to be obedient. But fear will keep you so stuck, because it is designed to keep you from moving forward. There's been, to be honest, guys, in the last couple of years, especially before coronavirus hit, my obedience to small things open doors to rooms that I never thought I could be in. Like standing in a room, looking at celebrities and, studying certain things and still being able in the middle of a fleshly environment to deliver a word to someone. Well, however it is that God wanted to use me within that environment, I was able to fit in and not get overtook by the fact that, oh my God, this is a celebrity. Because let me tell you, you will learn the more and more you be around celebrities and public figures that they're just like us. They're people just like us. The same struggles, in fact, sometimes more because they have more responsibilities. So the same struggles we have, and we think like, oh, if I become famous or if I become a millionaire, I won't have no child. You're going to have more problems. You're going to have more problems. Trust me when I tell you. It's just that they may be called. They're called to do whatever they do, so they have the grace to cover them. And so like you, whatever you're called to do, like I have a friend who's taking care of, I actually met her on TikTok. She's on my YouTube. She's taking care of her husband who has a traumatic brain injury. And listen, when I say total care, I mean total care. And I'm in healthcare. And I know people always tell me, Kizzy, I don't know how you do what you do. And so I look at her and I think the same thing because it's her fiance, right? But here's the thing. Anything that you're called to do, you will have the grace to do it. So even though that mountain looks so big, and even though your knees may be trembling, because I know, honey, there's been some times when I say knees trembling, buckling, and the only thing I could do is stay in tune with the Holy Spirit because I knew I had the grace to do it. And each time that I pushed through, I conquered. And the result was like, whoa, really? I didn't even know your girl had it in you. Like, girl, what? But the point is, you got it in you as well. Whatever that thing is it starting that business? Is it, preparing for marriage? Is it going back to school? Are you preparing for a child? Whatever your thing is, just keep quiet about it. Start working towards it. Start learning to say no. Start applying structure and balance. Stop answering your phone all the time. Stop responding to people. Listen, I've been dealing with this for like all last week. Right. When you have the people who you've helped and you feel like you're required to help because you do know that you may have a little more wisdom in a certain area than they do, or you may have experienced what it is they're going through. So you feel called to help and you want to be obedient if you feel that way. But if this particular persons are calling you with the same thing over and over and over and over, the same issue now, the same issue. When you've already told them what to do or how to approach it or to try a different method and they won't do it, but they're still calling, listen, stop answering your phone, stop replying because it's a distraction. At some point in your life when you were vibing low, you probably had time to sit here and deal with everybody else's drama, people who refuse to want to try to put the first foot forward. Like, I know so I thought I had all the time in the world to be doing that years ago. But then when I sit back and look at, the things I were manifesting, I couldn't manifest anything. I didn't know why. It's because all that heaviness, all that nonsense, family, friends, cousins, best friends, spouses, whoever. If these people are pulling from you, they're keeping you vibing low. Your frequency is low and you cannot manifest that way because you're not in tune to hear the spirit telling you how and when to move. Your spirit is crowded with everybody else's problems that won't even, guys, I'm sorry, just had a flashback. The girl just had a flashback. Guys, going forward, there are so many blessings on the table. Because what we don't realize is this. Many of our ancestors, like I know my granny, I had like a praying granny, honey. A lot of our ancestors have really, they planted the seed for us. Like they may have not been able to manifest it because of course they didn't have the resources that we have now. But If your ancestors have planted the seed to see generational wealth, to see you break generational curses, whatever it may be, to be the first one, go to college, to be the first one to start the business, whatever the thing is in the family, generational curse. Okay, they've planted the seed, and you're doing them a disservice if you're not going to be the one to take that first step forward. I don't care if you're 60. I don't care if you're 70. Because that's another thing again, Satan want to get in your head about age and, oh, you're too old. Honey, if I was 90, I would still be sitting here trying to, open new doors and think about what I can leave with legacy and all that stuff like that. So please don't let age get in your head. That's Satan and his nonsense. Okay? But there are so many blessings that's on the table, guys, for you, for your family, for the next generation. And you're the one, if you're listening, you're the one called. You're the one called to move past fear. And I'm telling you, it won't be easy. Anything that's worth it is not going to be easy. But you got to stop procrastinating. You got to have a made up, set mind. You got to just get in grind mode, focus mode, and not just for the new year, because a lot of people want to just focus on the first of the year, and by the time February get here, you fall off. No, it's a new season, not a new year. So I just want to encourage you, because I think, I just love to see everybody win. I love to see everybody get it. But again, being a fearless chick, I have to be honest to say, sometimes that fear will keep your girl buckling. But I get into fasting. I shed everything down. I shed everything down, so I can really hear the spirit telling me how to prepare. Because there's nothing worse than having an opportunity present itself and you're not prepared. You're going to miss it. So you have to get prepared. So when that door opens, boom, you walk right through. So guys, 2021 is yours. Happy New Year to you guys. And you guys have a great one. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.